Hi, Debbie Lichter here with the Congruence Code, and today we are talking about what is addiction. So, whether you identify with that word or whether you don't, I really encourage you to stick around right now because we're going to be talking about addiction from a place that is not normally spoken about. There's lots and lots of miscommunication around what addiction is. A lot of people are up in their heads trying to figure things out, and I want to break it down for you right here, real simple, and talk about why it's so important and what we need to do about it. So, first of all, addiction is whatever pattern we engage in to distract ourselves or to numb ourselves from an underlying discomfort and dis-ease. I'm going to say that again. It's whatever patterns, whatever we do, it's whatever we engage in to distract ourselves or numb ourselves from an underlying discomfort and dis-ease. And when we try to stop, we find that we can't. So here's why this is so important. Because the substance or the behavior or whatever we keep on saying or thinking is the actual addiction, that's not the addiction. That's the solution for a sense of ease and comfort that comes when we engage in that thing. So whether that's food for you, whether that is controlling, fixing, obsessing, being busy, alcohol, drugs, porn, whatever that thing is, it's whatever we do to give us a sense of ease and comfort. And when we try to stop doing that thing, we find that we can't. So why is this so important? Because we have to stop focusing on just getting clean or just getting sober or just not engaging in the thing that we think is the addiction, trying to get it under control and just not do that behavior or pattern anymore. We have to stop getting out of that because you can remove that, but all that's doing is removing your old solution. So now you're still dealing with the discomfort and the dis-ease and all of that stuff that is underneath why you were going to that stuff in the first place. So here's what we're going to do right now. If you are interested in knowing how to actually get free from an addiction, if you maybe thought that you didn't have one, but now just with that understanding of it, you're like, well, hang on a second. Maybe the way that I control and obsess, maybe that is kind of an addiction. And maybe the way that I just am like constantly, my life is so chaotic and it seems like there's just drama and always fires to put out. Like maybe I'm kind of addicted to the chaos. Maybe this thing is bigger than I thought. And it's not just about the very classic big five that I always talk about, like alcohol and drugs and gambling and porn and food and things like that. But maybe there are some other addictions that are a little bit more subtle that are playing out in our lives. And so, how to actually get free of this stuff? Well, the first thing that you gotta do anytime, this is what I share with every single person who I work with, is you gotta get honest. You gotta get honest. Addiction and that whole world of addiction does not like honesty. It loves delusion, it loves denial, it loves distraction, but it does not like honesty. And so when you're just willing to be like, all right, let me look at what's happening right now, get real with what's going on. And here's the important thing is get curious about it, not condemning. So getting honest doesn't mean that you rail on yourself or you beat yourself up or you get super hard on yourself. It just means that you have this opportunity to really just, sweep away any of the blinded kind of vision that you've been bringing to your world and really just have a look with some clarity about what is happening. So that's number one, is that you got to get honest. And then you got to get out of what you think you know. This is number two. We can't get to a new place if we are walking in with all of the answers and everything that we know and what we should do and how we are and how it is and what we need. And I speak with folks all the time like this, and sometimes I say, well, gosh, I don't actually know how to help you because it sounds like you have all the answers. And it's one of those things where it can be really vulnerable to ask, to ask for some help, to ask for some support, to say, hey, I don't know, or can you help me see my blind spots, or I don't know what I'm missing. It's so vulnerable. And I think that a lot of us can feel like that makes us look weak, or it makes us look stupid, or we should be able to figure it out on our own. We've figured out so many other things. We're smart, we're capable. Why is this still a problem? We should just be able to get it under control. We have all of these ideas, and that's why it's so important to set all that stuff aside so that you can be open for a new experience. So the first tip is to get honest, and the second one is to set aside everything that you know so that you can have an open mind and a new experience. And the third thing is that you need to get around people who get you, who've been where you've been and who've actually gotten free. And here's the other thing that I want to really, really stress is gotten free, not just people who get you, because we're not going to sit around and commiserate around the problem. We are here to be in the solution together. And so, if you are talking to someone who's like, oh yeah, I get where you're at and I'm still, just trying to figure it out and, one day at a time and, this kind of stuff, it's like, okay, cool. But, what like do you believe that it's possible? Is it possible for you to actually have freedom, for you to actually be recovered? I can tell you in my own life, after having multiple addictions, that today I'm free. Today I'm recovered. And I feel super lit up, and I don't feel like that stuff is weighing heavy on me anymore. And I want you to have that too, if that is something that you want for yourself, because whether it is food or drugs or alcohol or control or obsession or busyness or chaos or just not feeling okay in your own skin, whatever that is for you, I know that there's a part of you that really, really believes that you're really meant to experience more in life than just this. And I encourage you to just fuel the fire underneath that little spark, because there is so much power to that belief. And I would love, love, love to show you what those next steps are so that you can actually have that and be on that path of freedom. So again, what addiction is addiction is just it's a pattern. It is whatever we do to distract ourselves from that underlying dis-ease and discomfort. The substance or the behavior that we engage in, that is our solution. But here's the thing, is that you can be free if you learn how to address the discomfort and the dis-ease. See, if you actually no longer feel uncomfortable inside, if you can be comfortable in your own skin and you no longer feel that dis-ease, that uneasiness, that I'm not okay, you feel okay just being you, then addiction doesn't have to be there. Addiction falls away. And that, my friends, is really a life worth living. I can tell you, because I'm living it and it's amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link below. If you want to connect more about how to actually get free in your own life, then go ahead and just click the link, book a 15-minute call with me. I would love to jump on a call with you. This is my dharma. This is what I'm here to do, and it lights me up to help people like you to get that spark, so that you can be on your path of freedom. So go ahead and just check that out. I'll put it in the description below. And thanks again for just taking this time out, spending it with me. I hope it was valuable for you. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with a friend. Share it with someone who you feel like maybe really needs to hear this today. And definitely subscribe, because every single week I bring you fresh new videos, and I would love to share them with you. Thanks so much. I'll connect more soon. Bye-bye.